Welcome students. In this video we will talk about the formation of image by reflection. So what is image? Whenever light reflects from a reflecting surface, if we observe the reflected ray, then we find the impression of the source. This impression of the source is known as image, and this image can be classified into two types. Those two types are real image and virtual image. So what are the specification of these real image and virtual image? In case of real image, what happens? The image obtained can be cast on a screen. This kind of image formation is formed by the reflection of light from a concave mirror. This is an example of a concave mirror. These are the incident rays, and O is the object from which the rays are coming out, and the rays are reflected from the concave mirror, and the image is formed in front of the mirror at point I, and the image formed by the reflection of light from this concave mirror is a real image, because if we place a screen in front of the mirror, then we will find that the image is cast on the screen and we are getting an impression of the object on that screen. That's why this is called a real image. And in this type of image, the specification is that the reflected rays converge at the point of image formed. In this case, I is the point where image is formed, and the reflected rays are converging at this point. Now let's move on to the virtual image. In case of virtual image, the image cannot be cast on a screen. This kind of image is formed by the regular mirror or the plane mirror. This is an example of and typical example of virtual image. In this case, P is the object or the source, and the rays coming out of the source are these rays, and they are reflected from the plane mirror at this point and creating an impression to the observer. And what the observer sees basically is the point P, which is at that point. The observer cannot trace the curved path of the light. That's why he observes the light, and it appears that the point is at this place, and the lights are diverging from this point P prime, not from P. This P prime point is not the actual point of the source. The actual point of the source is P. That's why this point is called a virtual point, and thus the image formed is called a virtual image. So this is the actual object, but the impression formed due to reflection from this regular plane mirror is this point, and this point is called the virtual image of this object P. Now let's move on to some differences between real and virtual objects. Now we have already seen that the basic difference is that the real images can be cast on a screen, but virtual images cannot be cast on a screen. This is the major difference. The light rays in case of real image converges at the point of image formation, but in case of virtual image, the light rays appear to diverge from the virtual image. That happens in the case of P prime point, and the observer feels that the light rays are diverging from the P prime point, not from the P point. which happens in case of virtual image. And in case of real image, the image form is inverted with respect to the object. By inverted, I mean vertically inverted. If the object is like this, the image form will be in this manner. But in case of virtual image, the image is erect with respect to the object. That means if this is the object, the image will be this. That's all. Thank you. For testing your understanding of this lesson and more videos, log on to www.tubelessons.net.